Installation steps of power steering, for triple outboards, up to 1050 horsepower. Step 1. Installation of Steerlyte power steering. Paste the tilt mechanism mounting template supplied with Steerlyte power steering on the dashboard at a suitable position where the unit is to be mounted. Make a big hole for the center with the help of hole saw and 3 holes for the flange studs with the help of a hand drill. Fix the bracket supplied with tilt SPPS-U33 1050 to the dashboard with the helm of hex bolt, washer and nylock nut. Tighten the nylock nuts to the dashboard with the help of a 10 mm wrench with the torque of a 20 Nm. Fix the power assist assembly to the brackets supplied with tilt mechanism SPPS-U33 1050 by using 4 M8 socket head cap screw supplied with tilt. Align and insert the tilt universal joint into the spline adapter. Remove the nylock nut and washer from tilt shaft. Cover the mechanism with the top cover and secure top cover with the help of 3 pan head bolts. Also, cover the lever with the help of a plastic cap. After tightening the top cover, cover the remaining mechanism with base cover and secure base cover with the help of 2 self-tapping screws. Step 2. Installation of steering wheel. Insert the woodruff key into the keyway provided on the tilt shaft. Slide the steering wheel on the tilt shaft aligning the keyway and the woodruff key. Insert the washer and tighten the lock nut. Fix the trim cap at the center of the steering wheel. Step 3. Installation of front mount cylinder. Remove the nylock nut and washers from the center shaft and piston rod respectively. Disassemble the cylinder by removing support brackets, Delrin washer small, Delrin spacer big, mounting spacer, adjustable aluminium spacer and washer. Apply marine-grade grease on the center shaft. Assemble the tiller hex stud assembly into the tiller plate of the cylinder, position the engine straight so that its engine arm is perpendicular to the transom. Insert the center shaft into the tilt tube of the engine. Connect the tiller arm of the cylinder to the engine arm by means of the hex stud. Tighten it by using a 14 mm wrench with a torque of 20 Nm. Insert the mounting spacer, Delrin spacer big, Delrin washer small and washer. With reference to the application guide, choose the correct number of washers for the tilt tube rod. In this phase ensure that the cylinder body is centered on the piston rod and that the engine is perpendicular to the transom. Insert the right and left support brackets by connecting both the piston and support rods. Insert the washers and nylock nut on the 2 ends of the support rod and piston rod respectively. Grease the nylock nut threads with any anti-seize grease. Tighten first the center shaft nuts and then piston rod nut by using a 19 mm wrench with a torque of 70 Nm. Adjust the space on the tilt tube with the help of tightening the mounting spacers until the clearance is eliminated. Remove the center alignment tubes from the piston rod. Step 4. Battery connection. There are 2 connectors, one is the power supply, blue color, and the second is ignition connector, black color. In the power supply connector, blue color, there are 3 wires red color, positive terminal wire, goes to the switch and fuse and then connects with the positive terminal of the battery, black color, negative terminal wire, connects with the negative terminal of the battery and black color thin wire, ground lead wire or earth wire, connects with tilt mechanism. In the ignition connector, black color, there is one orange wire which is connected with the engine. Check this wiring diagram for better understanding. Step 5. Tie rod connection. Fix the adapter plate, ADH, on the starboard side cylinder tiller with the help of M10 button socket head bolt. Fix the adapter plate, ADH, on the middle cylinder tiller with the help of M10 button socket head bolt. Adjust the tie rod at the required length and mount it on the starboard side cylinder adapter plate with the help of hex stud. Other end of the tie rod mount on the middle cylinder adapter plate with the help of hex stud. Fix the adapter plate ADH on middle cylinder tiller plate the help of M10 button socket head bolt. Fix the adapter plate ADH on port side cylinder with the help of M10 button socket head bolt. Adjust the tie rod at the required length and mount it on the middle cylinder adapter plate with the help of hex stud. Other end of the tie rod mount on the port side cylinder adapter plate with the help of hex stud. Verify if the cylinder installation is correct by manually moving the engine on the starboard and port side. The displacement must be as symmetric as much as possible between port and starboard so that the steering angle is the same on both sides. Step 6. Hose connection. Mount the plastic adapter of the oil filling connection kit supplied with Steerlyte Plus on the dashboard and tighten it with the help of the hex nut. Remove the oil filling plug of the helm pump. Insert the plastic connector into the port of the helm pump and connect it to the plastic adapter with the help of a plastic tube. Secure the connections with the help of hose clamp. While installing hoses, ensure that the cylinder is in the center of the engine. Remove the thread protector caps from both the T-fitting of port side cylinder. Insert the hose fittings into both the T-fitting of cylinder. Tighten the hex nut on the hose fitting by using 19 mm wrench with a torque of 15 Nm. Insert T-fitting into the other end of the hoses and tighten by using 19 mm wrench with a torque of 15 Nm. Remove the thread protector cap from both the elbows of helm. Insert the hose fittings into both the elbows of helm and other end into T-fitting. Tighten the hex nut on the hose fitting by using 19 mm wrench with a torque of 15 Nm. Remove the thread protector caps from both the T-fitting of middle cylinder. Insert the hose fittings into both the T-fitting of middle cylinder. Tighten the hex nut on the hose fitting by using 19 mm wrench with a torque of 15 Nm. Insert T-fitting into the other end of the hoses and tighten by using 19 mm wrench with a torque of 15 Nm. Insert the hose fitting from starboard side of port cylinder into the starboard side of middle cylinder and vice versa. Tighten the hex nut on the hose fitting by using 19 mm wrench with a torque of 15 Nm. Remove the thread protector caps from both the T-fitting of starboard side cylinder. Insert the hose fitting from starboard side of starboard cylinder into the starboard side of middle cylinder and vice versa. Tighten the hex nut on the hose fitting by using 19 mm wrench with a torque of 15 Nm. Ensure that all the hose fittings should be tightened properly. Hoses should not be bent in excess. Minimum hose bent radius is 100 mm. Ensure that there should be no interference during engine tilting as well as no interference with the transom. Step 7. Oil filling and purging procedure. Replace the main oil bottle cap with the oil filling kit. Remove the oil filling plug of helm. Insert the threaded port of pipe into the oil filling port of helm. Turn the bottle upside down and carefully remove the other side of cap to ease the oil passage towards the helm. Fill the helm until no air bubbles are visible in the pipe. Remove the protector cap of all the air bleeders. Insert the other pipe supplied with the cylinder into the air bleeders for collecting the oil coming out from the air bleeders during purging process. Slowly turn the steering wheel towards the starboard side. This will allow oil to flow into the port side of the cylinder, causing it to move gradually in that direction. Once the cylinder reaches the extreme end, unscrew the port side air bleeder and let the air and oil escape. Continue turning the steering wheel towards the starboard side. Once oil comes out of the air bleeder without any air bubbles, carefully close the bleeder. Avoid over-tightening it. Repeat the same process for the port side and reverse the revolution of the steering towards port side. Once the purging process is complete, check the movement of the outboard by hand. Place the engine in the center position. Manually push the engine back and forth. While pushing the engine, if the cylinder moves more than 2 mm, this indicates that there is still air remaining in the system and further purging is required. Continue the purging procedure till the displacement of the cylinder is less than 2 mm. Good luck! You are now ready to explore new horizons with the Steerlyte Plus power-assisted steering system. Visit our website to learn more about other products. Reach out to us at customer care@multisteer.com for any queries.